We're not late. You're late. If you weren't awake, now you are. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Wake Up Call. It's playoff season, ladies and gents. Lots of pressure with these answers. We're going to give you guys extra details, extra breakdowns, and extra thought as we set these playoff lineups this morning. Joe, how you doing up there, man? I heard you had a good time at the Christmas party last night, huh?
Tired, but good.
Tony?
That's all I'll say.
I'm doing tremendously. I feel so good. I went full Daniel LaRusso.
I like it.
But to be a champion, you got to dress up like a champion.
Yeah.
I'm winning the All Valley Fantasy Championship this morning.
Scotty, you're dressed up because this is a business weekend for you?
Yes, and Jonathan Taylor didn't show up for my business. Son of a bitch!
Jonathan Taylor owners, but Lamar Jackson owners, Josh Allen owners, Josh Allen traders, clowns. Anyways, let's get into this.
I was just going to say we don't really have there. I don't see any questions over here. I see some nervous feelings and whatever. So before Scotty runs out of here, I'm going to ask I have a couple hypothetical questions that I've been toying around with. And the first one is like, did this year change your mind a little bit about what the first round is a crapshoot? Like when you think about, we were all kind of gearing away from CMC, right? And it's like, well, Jonathan Taylor's safer, or this guy's safer at this part of the draft. Like, has this year really turned out where it's like, oh, the first round really is just like the biggest crapshoot of all? Like, there's no automatic home run.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm a running back herder. Excuse me. I love to just swallow up running backs. Next year, who's going to be the number one overall running back? I'm not certain. People are going to say CMC, but with the first overall pick, you know, you always bring up the injury history, but as Breece Hall got hurt, Jonathan Taylor's getting hurt, Dameon Pierce is getting hurt. It's crazy for me to say. I think I'm still going to go running back heavy, but Justin Jefferson is the safest football player right now, in my opinion. Justin Jefferson, you're watching a Hall of Fame wide receiver play ball, and he's not even in his prime yet. Like, he's just going to be a Hall of Fame player for literally the next 8 years. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. As long as they can keep somebody of Kirk Cousins' level around. Like, I think that it would be a bummer for him in the prime of his career, all of a sudden in year 6 or 7, and Kevin O'Connell's like, I want to draft some kid we've never even heard of. You know, like, and I say we haven't heard of him because he's still in high school right now, you know, but like he drafts him in 4 years and that kind of puts a dent in there. I do think, Scotty, next year we see it a split between running backs and non-running backs in the first round of our draft. I think Travis Kelce will still go in the first round at 34 years old, and 5 wide receivers at least in the first round of fantasy football.
I agree with you. You still got the Eckler, but it's crazy because you're seeing the Eckler and Derrick Henry are getting up there in age and running back age. Yeah. So I'm still confident with Eckler. But like you said, do I like Chase better? Do I like Justin Jefferson better? I'll lean towards the running back there. But once you hit like the 4th pick, 3rd pick even, Justin Jefferson, I mean, me and you, Tony, we're old as hell. So we've seen Jerry Rice. We've seen, Randy Moss. We've seen Calvin Johnson. Justin Jefferson is that.
Yeah, I think if I had to project him out, he's not there yet. Everybody knows about me. I don't like hyperbole. I don't like to put players on a level of greatness until they actually get there, and they need to put in the years. But he's on that track.
Yeah.
So I agree with it that he's on the track. He wouldn't be in my top even 10 at this point in his career, but he's on that track.
And I
He's number one Hall of Famer already. Way better than OBJ.
You guys see that China route yesterday on Stephon Gilmore? That was nasty. He had Stephon Gilmore seeing ghosts, man.
Yeah.
When those guys, I don't know how they do it too. Their footwork is just so good. When those guys are running full speed, stop, make it look like they're going to stop for the break, and then they hop in the box to make the DB think they're going to break to the slant, but they're actually still breaking out, and they just make people look silly. Hunter Renfrow did it to same route that Hunter Renfrow got Mikey Davis on last year, Joe. It was beautiful. I don't know if you saw it.
Speaking about Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller are back this week. They just got activated to the 53-man roster. So
Waller's active.
Are you playing them, Scotty?
It depends what your options are. I like Renfrow more than I like Waller. No, but I'm trying to avoid that. I wouldn't play the Raiders unless you're desperate. Don't overthink. That's what we're all going to do. We're all nervous about stupid things, but don't overthink. Go with your gut. Go with the best players on your team.
And that's what I hate. I hate playing players coming back from injury or whatever in the fantasy playoffs, and you're like, ugh. Like, go with the guys that got you to your fantasy playoffs. That's what I always say.
Exactly.
You know who got rose to her fantasy playoff, Joe? Freaking Zach Ertz.
Yo.
Well, don't play Zach Ertz.
Yeah, so she has to play Waller today. It's either Waller or some scrubs. Waller or Tyler Conklin. Who would you guys play in that situation?
Tyler Conklin or who?
Waller.
Oh shit. Oh my.
Waller. Maybe he'll score a touchdown. I don't know.
Waller.
Yeah. So we do have a question, Tony. I don't know if you can see it. Garrett Wilson.
Let Scotty handle it first. He's got 1 minute left.
Garrett Wilson, Juju, Hollywood, or Christian Watson?
Wilson does like Garrett Wilson, but I'm leaning towards Christian Watson because the last 4 weeks he's been shit. Christian Watson's been on fire. He's playing Monday night. You got him for Monday night, and he's been putting up over 15 fantasy points the last 4 weeks. He's been a touchdown machine. I'm more confident in Christian Watson than the other guys.
Yeah,
you guys know this. When we all point to the middle, that means we're all going for it because we're all taking Christian Watson.
I'm going to add to it. Rams defensive linebacker core real banged up. Not going to have much pass rush on Aaron Rodgers this week. Even if it's Jalen Ramsey, I don't like anyone staying in coverage for 5 seconds on this kid. He is fast.
Yep.
Tony said Jalen Ramsey's going to look like shit this week.
I said Christian Watson is going to light up Ramsey once in this game. He's going to get aggressive on a double move, and he's going to find out how fast Christian Watson is.
Yeah, that's fast. And everyone in the chat, everyone tuned in here on my TikTok stream. We answer all your starts and sits live on the spot. You got to put them in the YouTube chat on MJT Football YouTube channel. If you guys are already here, feel free to put any questions in there, and we'll answer them.
You guys starting or sitting Herbert?
Start. What? Don't ever sit Herbert.
He's a Raiders fan. That's all. That person is just still recovering from Baker Mayfield's 98-yard drive.
I'm just sticking around for RC Productions comment. That's the only reason. And I'm fine with an apostrophe S in that question. But Terry McLaurin at Giants or Big Mike at Tennessee?
Woo! Play both.
That's a tough one.
And I think he added D-Hop as well, so sorry.
What?
Oh God. Play all of them. Oh, God.
I'll take
Big Mike.
Yeah.
Play Mike.
You guys going Big Mike?
He's going to get 10
Not
targets.
me. I'm taking Terry.
Me too.
Yowza.
Okay. The Chargers fans are going Mike. The non-Charger fans are going Terry McLaurin.
Whoop.
Yeah,
y'all forgetting the S on MJT. We're in a position today.
We'll work on that. No. With that said, Merry Christmas, everybody. And for Christmas, Scotty's asking for the apostrophe S to this name.
I don't think I can do another brand change, guys.
Enjoy, fellas.
Thanks, Scotty. Have a good one.
Good luck with the week.
Knight or Foreman in the flex?
You got the Panthers going against Pittsburgh. The New York Jets are going against the Lions.
Knight has been looking good, and I'm sorry. Yeah. I guess any running back that you put in the Jet system, it's kind of like the Niner system. They're looking good, but I'm going Foreman.
I'm going to go with Zonovan Knight in this game. I think part of the hope is to help Zach Wilson with a running game, right? Like they need this win desperately, and Robert Saleh, I just think he's gonna try and set up Zach the best way to win the game, and that's him only having to throw the ball about 22 times.
Last week, the Panthers absolutely pissed me off. Every time they got close to the goal line, in came number 30. And we don't want number 30 out there in Carolina blue. We only want number 30 out there in Charger baby blue. So I'm going to go with Zonovan Knight, but this isn't a confident pick. I like the defense he's playing a little bit better. I think that their volume is going to be similar, and I think Zonovan has a little bit more receiving upside, just a little bit more. It's tough.
But they're playing the Detroit Lions, right? The Jets are playing the Lions. The Lions, I'm telling you, Tony, the Lions the last 3 to 4 weeks have shut down every running back they've played.
Yeah, I don't, Mike or Joe, I don't disagree with what you're saying about how the Lions are winning or where it's at. I'm just talking about what I believe the recipe to win is going to be. And I think that for Zonovan, it's going to be that's it. I don't think they're going to be trying to throw too much around the goal line or in the red zone. And he just needs one. This game is also outdoors in New York. It's going to be cold. I haven't checked the weather. Instant replay. Are you joining the stream to give us weather updates for the playoffs? Are you finally going to be the meteorologist that the whole world has been begging you to be? What's up with that?
I wouldn't say begging. But.
Oh no, my mentions have been flooded with when is Instant Replay going to debut?
Today's weather.
Here's a big one for RC Production. So, is this in our league or is this in one of the other leagues? I think he's in 2 leagues this year. But
he didn't get the buy because Tony and Johnny Talk Sports got the buy.
Yeah, but I will be playing him next week because Robson effectively gave him a buy, which Robson will not be invited back to the fantasy league next year.
What in the blue hell?
Renee was bringing that up to me. He was like, Robson's not going to set his lineup for the playoffs. And I said, yeah, that's probably going to get him the axe. But we're not going to say anything now because that's just messed up.
Oh, no, I'm saying it right now. Robson.
No, I mean, like, you're not going to go to Robson and be like, hey, Robson, set your lineup.
Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't do it for other people, so I wasn't going to do it to him. Like, I wasn't going to reach out to Robson privately and be like, hey, just set a lineup that's competitive because other people had the same fortune.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think here? London, Hollywood, Slayton. We got the Falcons are going against the I forgot what they played today.
The Saints. And Marshawn Lattimore makes his return today. And London has a rookie quarterback making his first start. So there's a lot of question marks for that one. Hollywood, Colt McCoy. Are we going to see any deep balls? Probably not. Slayton. Who's the quarterback there? Is it Tyrod Taylor?
I thought it was Danny.
Should be Danny Dimes.
Tyrod finished the game last week and threw 2 touchdowns. Why is Danny even in the game?
Because Danny's a starter, and he's the man.
Man. Are we still doing this? Have we not realized Tyrod Taylor's the better quarterback yet?
On your side, Tony. Let's say that.
I'm going Slayton. Out of those 3 options, I'm going Slayton. I know I like Hollywood because Hollywood could get the receptions, but I'm going Slayton with the bigger upside with the touchdown.
Yeah, I think that I'm probably gonna start Drake London just because I know the game is weather controlled and like is Marshawn Lattimore really gonna follow a rookie? I don't think so. His first game back, I think I would go Drake London.
I don't even have a choice here. I'll go Hollywood, Renee.
Marquise Brown, C-Pat, Latavius Murray, or Foreman in the flex. I think I'll go quarterback Patterson in this one.
I'll play Foreman.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards Foreman on this one. Opportunity. He didn't score the touchdown, but he had 25 touches. Like he had like a lot last week, and eventually that'll even out into a couple of score games. So
yeah, Steve Wilkes better help
out with the rookie quarterback, handing the ball off to him, throwing it to him.
Steve Wilkes is going to have some phone calls from me if Chuba Hubbard has 2 touchdowns again this week.
Or Blackshear. That was the thing that burnt me last week. Why are you getting this like undrafted rookie you got off the Giants practice squad? Why is he getting all this love?
Daniel had the same thing that I had to do yesterday. I had the debate to start Kirk Cousins or Herbert. I started Herbert. I hope he could put up points like Cousins. I did the same thing. I have Herbert. I have Cousins on my bench. I started Herbert. But look, it took a miracle to do what Cousins did yesterday. So you did the right thing and put in Herbert in.
How many fantasy points did Kirk end up scoring?
44.
In my league, 44.
Yeah, 44, something like that.
Herbert's beating that. That's easy.
In my league, he also lost 5 points for a pick 6, plus another pick that he threw late. So he could have had over a 50-point game yesterday.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, but that's what happens when your team's down 33-0 and you got to throw the ball all damn game.
I think that's to me for talking shit about the Raiders.
Raiders on top, though.
What are they on top of?
Carlos Rodriguez coming in with the Gerald Everett or Taysom Hill.
Carlos, this is a weird one. I think I would just start Gerald Everett. But if you think like, oh, I'm not favored to win this game, this matchup, then I would start Taysom Hill. Like if you're like, I need a potential 31-point weird touchdown pass, touchdown run type of a game, then I would start Taysom Hill. But if you just are like, I need 10 points with the upside of 18, I would go Gerald Everett.
That's what sucks like about playing Hill. It's like you can either have a big game or you can have absolutely nothing from him. And at least with Gerald Everett, he's going to be on the field. He's going to get a couple catches. But yeah, like Tony said, like it always sucks when you bench Hill and then he throws for some damn touchdown, and the next play he's catching the damn ball. It's like Tony said, if you're a top seed, continue with Everett. If you're one of those bottom seed that's barely snuck in the playoffs, go with Hill and be like, all right, I'm taking you out to number 1 seed.
Yeah, I would seriously consider playing Hill also. I just think that they love Donald Parham. And when we get down to the red zone and it's time to score your fantasy points, I think he comes in the game. And that's bad for Everett's fantasy points.
Yeah.
This is Carlson or Buckner. You go Carlson. Daniel Carlson is the best kicker in the league. You saw he just took over yesterday because Justin Tucker missed all those. So
Daddy Carlson. No. Yeah, that is real. Daddy Carlson is officially the best kicker in 2022.
I will not let you slander a man with such a great last name. Tucker is and always will be the greatest kicker of all time.
Well, is Kicker the Dicker third, or is it Dicker the kicker?
Dicker the kicker, the ass picker.
He's third. Okay, he's third.
Or as my son would call him, Dicker the misser.
Well, Dicker the kicker is starting to rack up the kicking totals because Joe Lombardi doesn't know how to score touchdowns, so he might actually catch up.
And that's,
fuck you.
That's what you're always looking for. You're looking for a team that can drive, but not finish it off. And that's why I always take the Raiders kicker because Derek Carr's going to drive you down to the 30, and then they're going to kick the field goal. So
they actually did a pretty good segment on Good Morning Football today about the red zone and how the field gets condensed. And they did it with Justin Herbert. It was pretty ironic to me.
Because when you're looking at it, like we don't really talk about kickers. I mean, kickers. Some fantasy teams don't even have kickers. But Carlson and Buckner, who's going to score more touchdowns? The Chiefs are going to score more touchdowns, so you're going to get more extra points out of it. But Carlson is going to have more opportunity at 3-pointers, 4-pointers. So you go. That's why you go with the other kicker that who's not going to score as many touchdowns. That's what you're looking for when you're.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are going to just play more strategically too. Like I could see Andy Reid being like, "Hey, let's go for it on 4th and 2 inside the 21-yard line because we're playing the Texans and we're going to win this game regardless." And
the fact that we're in week 15 and we're breaking down kickers.
I know, right? Here's one right here. This is a good one. Right here. I think all these guys could have big games today. Julio Jones is out for the Bucs. Chris Godwin, just more targets as if he needed any more. Terry McLaurin is just a big game waiting to happen every single week with his talent. And then we saw Keenan Allen get 12 catches last week. That's 12 points in PPR before you include the 90 yards. And he didn't score a touchdown last week. If he has a touchdown on top of that, we're talking about a 30-point receiving game. So he had 12 freaking catches. What are you thinking about this, Joe? I want to know your opinion from the outside looking in, because obviously I'm biased. So,
well, this, like you said, this is a very good one because Godwin's number one wide receiver, and I always tell people start Godwin because Tom Brady's going to throw to him at least 10 times a game. But then Keenan Allen's the same way. So if you have to start, I mean, I would rule out Terry McLaurin right there, and then I'm looking at the other two. I'm looking at Godwin and Allen. Those are the two I'm looking at, and I'm like, oh, and he's asking, oh, thank you for just – never mind, there's part two to it. So which two do I start? There you go. Just answer my own question for me. Godwin and Allen are the two that you're starting.
Oh, there's two. Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't go with one.
This one feels like a slam dunk to me. You get the two best quarterbacks in the equation. You get the two teams that are throwing the ball. Both the Bucs and the Chargers. I don't think maybe the Bills. No teams throw more than those three teams. Like they almost are like, hey, we're gonna run the ball as little as we can, and these quarterbacks can throw it 50 times a game. So, Keenan Allen, Godwin.
Joe Mixon or Zeke?
Why are we giving this Raiders fan all this advice? What's going on here?
Because he's asking, and we don't discriminate here.
I'm discriminating right now.
Joe Mixon. It's a return game for him, right?
No, he returned last week, and he was actually pretty good.
Cool.
He left the game healthy, and I think the short passing game will be nice for him in this. I think that's how they can do it. And the Bucs are also pretty beat up. I think maybe Vita Vea's not there, which helps the inside running game. But I do think that they get Mixon involved in the passing game if they're down Higgins and Boyd. I think Pirine can also be like a nice play because they're without Hayden Hurst. So Joe Burrow is going to be looking to get some catches to Mixon and Pirine in this game.
All right, we got to catch up on some of these. So morning, gents. Trey Sermon's in the house, guys. I don't know if that's his last name, but that's what I'm going to call him. Trey Sermon, full PPR. Start one, Jerry Jeudy, Boyd, or White.
I like Rachaad White. It feels like Boyd wants to play or is trying to play with the finger. Jerry Jeudy, it feels like you are chasing a 3-touchdown game. And last week I was like, start Jerry Jeudy. You got to start Jerry Jeudy. They're playing the Chiefs. There's an opportunity for garbage time, bad DB play. I would start Rachaad White. I think he just gets the most opportunities to put up touchdowns today.
Rachaad White, even in a game where Leonard Fournette was active and playing, got 13 carries, 56 yards. 5 targets in the receiving game and 5 receptions. So that gives you a sign that even with Leonard Fournette back, Rachaad White's going to be involved.
I'm going to get you guys. I'm going with Jerry Jeudy because the Denver Broncos are winning today.
They are going to win today, but how are they going to win today?
Good question.
Jerry Jeudy with Jerry motherfucking Jeudy.
I think it's Jewell you're talking about, the linebacker who's going to have a pick 6.
There you go. Entertain, and they're going to have a punt return.
Replay is going to come in and be the weatherman next week. He's out of the office today. He's like that weatherman that they send to the side of the road in the snow, and he's just like, yeah, it's snowing, guys. It's fucking snowing. Why the hell am I out here? It's snowing. We all know it's snowing.
California weatherman, it's sunny for the next.
Wolf Gaming is saying Lattimore is out, Tony.
Oh, Lattimore is out. I saw a report that he was trending to make his return.
Well, that puts Drake London back on the
morning Joker. What's going on?
So
yeah, cook it up, pan.
So he actually need you guys to pick 2 from the same group. It's from that group that Annie added Mike Evans to it. So it's Wilson, Juju, Hollywood, or Mike Evans.
Oh, come on, Afix. You know you got to play Mike. It's the playoffs. Like, it's a big game for the Bucs. It's Mike Evans. I think you got to still play Mike Evans, and then you pick the one that you feel the best about. And in this matchup, I'm probably going to play Juju.
Yeah, I'm taking Mike Evans and Juju out of those two.
Wait, same. What pisses me off, is that with Mike White, and I'm not trying to stroke Mike White too much, okay? I just want to give that ahead. If Mike White was playing this game or Joe Flacco was playing this game, Garrett Wilson would score 25 points today.
Yeah. But with Zach Wilson, you're worried about him having
the worst game ever.
Kirk Cousins scored 87 in your league. What the hell? What kind of bonuses you guys got over there?
If I saw that, I'd be like, I'm never playing in this league again.
Yeah.
My opponent side.
Raiders on top of that L list.
Yeah, they are.
Good job, Joker.
Bills versus Cowboys. Who would you guys take? Bills or Cowboys?
Defense.
I think the Bills would beat the Cowboys, to be honest with you.
Are you kidding me? The Cowboys would smoke them.
Who else is watching the World Cup? I am. I actually got the World Cup right here on the phone.
You didn't see how bad the freaking Bills defense was against Tua in the snow last night? He's just throwing jump balls every single time, and then Tyreek Hill is catching it over him, even though he's 5'1".
That's in the snow, Mike. And plus, we were watching. I was talking to Tony, and I was showing off my new puppy. That's not a puppy.
Forget about that puppy. Big game.
Yeah, I got the World Cup going right here, so I'll let you guys know exactly what's happening. But 2-2,
it's like a small
Argentina.
bear, that dog.
The Raiders went on a miracle run last year, Joe, and it did not get Rich Pistachio a job. But what about if the Panthers win the division? Does that give Steve Wilkes a job?
No, he's gone. I think he's gone already because, like I said, he already called out the organization for trying to tank. And you think that sitting well with somebody up in that organization now?
That's probably true. That's probably right. I was telling Harrison in the chat. He asked me if they're going to keep him. I'm like, they just usually don't keep the interim head coach. It just doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, I think that Steve Wilkes should get that job or have something, but no.
I think he'll get a job. He'll get a job.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's going to be a real move away from defensive head coaches. Like, I think you have to be like coming off a DeMeco Ryans type season to really be considered. Like game-changing type defense.
Stupid. I don't know. I think it's bad. But anyways, I need one wide receiver and one flex. Jamal Williams, Swift, Pacheco, Christian Watson, McLaren, or Kirk. I already got two for you. Pacheco and Watson. Go with the rookies.
I'm gonna go Swift and Watson.
I'm gonna avoid Lions in cold Detroit against the Jets, and I would go with what? No, I wouldn't. That's stupid. Why would you say that out loud, Tony? Pacheco and Christian Watson. Ah!
Tony, you going with me?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why. I just feel those two guys are going to have great games this weekend. And I know that we were just telling them, like, trust your studs and go with the guys that got you here. But sometimes the rookies are the ones that put you over in the fantasy playoffs.
Well, I wonder what the Chiefs are going to do today. Are they going to come in and try and pad Mahomes' MVP stats? Or are they going to try and come in and protect the whole team and run the shit out of the ball? Because they can just destroy the Texans on the ground if they want.
Yeah.
So I don't know what their game plan is going to be. But I think Swift's going to have a big day also. So I'll go Swift.
Oh, look at this. Every day I just take
Might be the greatest of all time, but the greatest of 2022 wears silver and black.
He's not talking about you, Tony. He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about Justin Tucker because we were having a conversation about kicking.
You can read it how you want to read it, Joe.
Oh, by the way, let's go, Pats. Get that off the screen. Bucker is facing the Texans, though. Yeah, but that means they're going to score touchdowns. I have my family Christmas party, and I'm wearing my Mac jersey because my in-laws are Raider fans, and I'm making them mad, though. Yeah, Tony came to my Christmas party wearing a Josh Palmer jersey.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I forgot to get a picture of it.
Did he win the ugly sweater? No, he did not.
It wasn't even a sweater. It was just a
Brad Toms or Tom's Brady. Maybe he changed his name because he's in here incognito. Tom Brady, we're on to you. Getting killed already in the first round, so I need a high ceiling picks. Pick one, guys. And he has defense. So Alabi, McKinnon, Knight, or Swift. So pick one. And then we'll go to his defense in a minute.
high ceiling.
To me, the highest ceiling
It's Swift.
I disagree. I think that there's just too much with they're putting Justin Jackson in the mix, and you still have vultures from that. To me, the highest ceiling is Olave versus Atlanta. Like, that game could be weird in points, and like, I think that's the one. Is like Chris Olave is the best player outside of Alvin Kamara on the Saints, so I would go for him to have one of those like kind of steal rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year votes. Like, really go back and put up 150 and a couple of touchdowns on 10 catches. Like, it could be one of those type of games. As for the defense part of this question, I have also, Mr. Brad Toms, am way down after the Jonathan Taylor injury, and I switched out the Dallas defense for the Detroit Lions. Like, why not pick against Zach Wilson? Because, like, if I leave Dallas in there, yeah, Dallas has been top 5 defense all year in scoring, but I really need to try and hit one of those, like, 2 touchdown defensive performances, and I feel more confident that I could get that from Zach Wilson than I could get that from from
risky there, Tony, but it could work out because the Lions, I'm assuming, are probably going to get out offensively and try and get a lead. And if they're successful at that, Zach Wilson's thrown into the defense. And it can lead to garbage time yards, garbage time points, or it could lead to garbage time interceptions, which is what you're rooting for. I would go with Carolina in this situation because similar reasons. They're going against Pittsburgh, and last week, J.C. Horn by himself created like 3 turnovers.
Good old Mitch Trubisky. I'm taking Carolina as well.
Yeah, I think Trubisky will play better after getting all the reps.
Yeah,
Let's go Messi. Let's go Messi, please.
We
Zeros in the house, guys. Oh, Tony's favorite guys in the house. Derek Papino. Johnny's scared to come on the show.
No.
Derek is too chicken shit to come on the show.
If Johnny Talk Sports wins the fantasy league, we're gonna have Johnny Talk Sports on as the MJT fantasy legend that he is, the fantasy daddy himself, Johnny Talk Sports. He's gonna come on, brag, talk a little shit, but he's got to pull it off. He's trying to be the wire-to-wire winner in our fantasy league.
PPR, ETN, Mike Evans, Judy, or Zavon, or how do you say that name?
Blurpy?
Knight. How do you say his first name?
Zonovan.
Yeah.
At Flex 2 this week, my running back 1 and 2 are Dalvin Cook and Henry, and you want to keep Henry in because he's going for 257 yards this week. My number 1 wide receivers are St. Brown and Hopkins. 2 flex league, and I have Kamara in 1 spot, so this is the other flex.
250 is crazy, Joe. He's going to go for like 175.
I'm so tired of you guys. He's Brandon Staley, the newest defensive genius in the NFL after what we saw what the Dolphins did to them, and then McDermott couldn't do anything in bad weather against them. So clearly Brandon Staley is a superior intellectual defensive mind.
Tony, I will say this since you just brought that up, and I've been wanting to say this on the air for a while now. They are starting to change the narrative in the media on Brandon Staley, and if this shit is scripted, it's getting scripted good for us the rest of the way. I'm just saying.
I hope so. I really hope the NFL writers write in that Brandon Staley, on the brink of being replaced by Sean Payton and other hot coaching names like Lincoln Riley coming, and Jim Harbaugh from college, he goes on the greatest defensive coached run in NFL history. And the young, long-haired Herbert hoists the trophy in Glendale, Arizona, and the Chargers win their first Super Bowl championship.
And I don't have to shave my head. Wins all around. Yeah, and everyone's been talking about it, and everyone close to the NFL has said it probably at least 1 billion times this year. When the Chargers get healthy, they're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. They're kind of like foreshadowing a little bit. Should we answer this question, or should we just be like, good luck, buddy?
We put Joe in a coma.
Are you guys done with that bullshit talk of the Chargers? Anyways, Blurpy, to help you out, you're going Mike Evans.
Yeah. I think I might go Zonovan White in this scenario. I want the person I think is going to get the most touches, the most opportunities, and I think that is Zonovan Zonovan. What's
Hot take alert.
Zonovan Knight.
Trevor Lawrence has better hair than Herbert.
Ooh, I don't know. There's no volume. There's no lusciousness to the hair. It's just sort of like plain Jane. There's a little bit of funk, a little bit of, hero to Herbert's hair.
Yeah, Harrison can't make that claim until Trevor Lawrence shaves it and see how it comes back. Herbert shaved his head and his hair grew back in 2 weeks, I swear. Like it was literally like a blink of an eye and he had long hair again.
But I think Harrison is a Clemson fan. Isn't Clemson out there somewhere on the East Coast by where he's from in Carolina? Is he a Clemson?
He's biased, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm saying there's a little bit of biasness there.
And then you have Derek Papino won't even buy his own brother a Christmas gift.
What?
No more talking arthritis with Johnny Unitas. My squad looks like shit since you started talking about it, Tony.
That is not true. That's not true. You are the one who came on every week when you were winning and said, hey, why don't we talk about this more? You provoked me. Remember that, Joe? He would come on every week and say, why are we talking about this? I start talking about it. Your team starts losing. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, one of the best trolls on the internet, Derek, shows up to let us know that you fake power outages.
Nobody wants to see the 49ers. Do you agree with that?
It's really like, Joe, it's a really weird situation that the 49ers.
I think Dallas wants to see them because Dallas loves knocking them out of the playoffs.
Because I think that you can hide Purdy to a certain extent, right? They're in the same situation they were in with Jimmy G. Like, do we think Brock Purdy is going to step up and make that throw to Emmanuel Sanders that Jimmy G missed? And that's what you need. That's what you're hoping for as a 49ers fan. Can you step up and make 2 or 3 big throws in a game? Because your running game and your defense are good enough to win you a Super Bowl. Can you make the 2 or 3 big throws a game necessary? And that's what you're asking for. And I don't know if we can get that from Brock Purdy yet.
Full PPR start 3 of them. Judy, Kirk, Foreman, DJ Moore, or Alan Lazard.
Start 3. Okay. Foreman. I like Christian Kirk.
I'm going Judy.
I'm going. Oh my gosh. I might go DJ Moore. Oh, this is tough.
DJ Moore's coming off an ankle injury. He's gonna play, but he's
little sketchy.
I feel a little weird about it. I think Foreman, Kirk, Judy. I think that's what I would go with.
I don't feel good about Lazard, so if DJ Moore is indeed banged up, I'll go with Judy with you guys. Agreement.
Oh, he's a Duke fan. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. He did support. He said, you guys are too mean to Daniel Jones. And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Let's hear Duval for Christian Kirk today. Duval. Come on, Kirk. We need you today, buddy. League winner, right? League winner. This is your day to prove it.
I need Rickian to go off today.
I understand what A.J. Dillon. I can't believe Mike dropped A.J. Dillon in the fantasy or in a dynasty league.
He got him back, though. I went to go check it out. He picked it up. He bragged about dropping him. And then when I went there to go look.
I did not brag. I said I made a costly error, and I'm glad neither of you noticed it before I was able to get him back.
I put a waiver claim in. You just have it where the waivers we set every week, which is a horrible thing.
I'm pretty sure that because I'm in second place and you're in first place, that's the only reason I got A.J. Dillon back. So you should.
I claimed him. Don't get me wrong. I claimed him.
That's on you for being in first. You should have been in second. I would be in first, and then you would have got him. Michael and everyone else that's here from TikTok, please, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. If you guys are over here in the TikTok chat, come to the MJT Football channel. Support the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as we do every week. We'll be live again for the next round of the Fantasy Football Playoffs. So, A.J. Dillon or Chuba Hubbard? You got to go with A.J. Dillon, but how the hell are you in this situation, Michael?
I'm going Hubbard.
Yeah, I would go Chuba Hubbard, too.
I hate Chuba Hubbard. I just want to say that on the air so everyone hears it. Cheers to you.
Koo or Lutz? Well, that's a good one because I think both of them be kicking, but I'm going Young Ho.
That's close because they can both hit.
Yeah, and both offenses are going to stall, and they're both going against each other. But yeah, I like Young Ho.
I like Lutz.
I'm gonna go Lutz also. I think that there's a better chance that New Orleans is going to get in the field goal range than Atlanta with the rookie quarterback, but that makes no sense to me because I also picked Atlanta to win.
And that's why nobody will remember your name. ETN or Fortnite?
I am not playing ETN in any league.
John, you got to play ETN.
I think Jacksonville wins this week, so I'll probably go ETN.
He has 4 straight sub 5-point games.
No, Danny, we're not bolting up today.
Bolt up, Danny. Welcome to the channel.
I said no bolting up today.
Hit that subscribe button. We need more of y'all here. We already outnumber the Raiders fans.
Nobody wants to see Johnny in NCAA football 14 except for Derek Papino when the power goes out.
The power went out on the Colts offense yesterday. I'll tell you that.
All right, here you go. Well, Michael Carter, let's see. Etienne, Fournette, Pacheco, or Michael Carter? Who should I start? You guys already know who I'm starting this one.
I'll go Pacheco.
Yeah. Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, yeah.
John, start Travis Etienne. It's going to be a week.
Here, Tony always gets this right. Start Travis Etienne, everybody. I will not be doing it, and I will be regretting it at the end of today. I'll tell you that right now.
Derek said Johnny don't even play defense, and Johnny says, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Play Dylan then.
Hey, Gole, if you have a feeling that A.J. Dillon is going to go off, you play him. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't just rely on whatever we're saying because we're just 3 idiots anyways. Guys, if you have a gut feeling in fantasy football, and that's the way you win fantasy football, you have to have the gut feeling. If you feel that A.J. Dillon's going to go off, you put him in your lineup. Don't let anybody change it. Don't let anything change you.
Here's what I want you to do, Michael Gole. I want you to get in that nice red Jeep cloth top right there, and I want you to sit in it. I want you to have a good think. I want you to listen to the rivers in Colorado where the salmon are swimming upstream to spawn and lay their eggs. And if it's A.J. Dillon or if it's whoever the other person is that we talked about, let the river speak to you from the front seat of that Jeep, my friend.
I would say idiots. Strong word there, Joe. I'm just saying.
I would say spot on, Joe. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I just told this man to sit in his Jeep that's probably not his, picturesquely taken from a Jeep Wrangler commercial.
Idiot.
Dropped up into his profile photo.
To think about.
We had a show called The Sports Dummies, so it's right there on.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? It's on brand. Robert Woods or Nelson Aguilar?
The answer is actually Hodges, the wide receiver from the Giants.
Yeah, I think so. Or Richie Green.
If you're going to have to pick between those, Aguilar probably has a better matchup.
Yeah, I'll take Aguilar.
I what I would do. I'll go to the waiver wire. I'm not starting either one of those in my fantasy playoffs unless it's like a 16-team league.
I've always liked Aguilar.
Argentina has won the World Cup.
Always thought that he was underrated. Congrats to
Argentina?
Wasn't this his farewell tour?
Well, I'm saying that they won the World Cup, but it's 3-2 right now.
So did my boy T-Lope, did he win the bet, huh?
Young ho.
Joe?
No, Tony would lose the bet.
Oh, I thought he went with Argentina. Okay.
He was big on France winning.
Oh. All right. I was rooting for him to win.
Raiders and Chargers suck, is what Michael's saying.
Danny
subscribed. Yeah, Danny. You guys are awesome, but it's mainly because of Charger Blue that it pulled me in.
So we'd do better if we had less Raiders colors on here, is what Danny's saying.
Oh, Danny! If I would have known that, I would have went and got my jersey and football.
Nice shirt. Right? Phillip Rivers broke the franchise record for passing yards. It's on the dates.
Michael said that Jeep is definitely not his, but if you want to gift him one,
he definitely doesn't live in Colorado.
Michael's coming in here hot, just firing out shots, talking about our teams sucking. He's like, it's not my idiot.
He's probably a Colts fan. The Chargers are going to lose, and the Raiders are going to. Robert, I used to like Robert. Every time Robert would come in here, I used to like him. Like, I don't care if his picture's on sideways or not. I like this guy. But now,
I think Robert is a Raiders fan, isn't he?
And now he's going to come in here and talk about the Raiders and the Chargers are going to lose. No, Chargers are going to lose. Raiders are going to win. Jets are going to lose.
Next comment. See you later, Robert.
Robert Ferrente.
I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to go have a great day.
Dak Prescott going to blow out today. 40-10 Cowboys. Get ready.
Danny's been a Charger fan his whole life.
Bull. You see this on here? I shined it for you, Danny.
Oh, Michael's a Packer fan, but he does live in Colorado.
That is the best guess in the history of time right there, Tony.
It just looks like a Jeep commercial from shot in Colorado.
And he hates on the Devontae Adams trade. I don't. And I was telling somebody this yesterday, and I think it was on our show yesterday. I don't give a damn. Or I think it was with Mike yesterday. I don't give a damn if the Raiders lost all their games this year. Giving up a first and second round pick for Devontae Adams was the greatest thing I've ever seen. To see a great wide receiver like this is amazing. Just the plays that, Green Bay Packers, you guys are stupid for ever giving up Devontae Adams.
Well, imagine if y'all didn't have him.
Oh yeah, he is a fool. Yeah, sorry, Robert. I forgot. I'm getting too many people in my head. Yeah, he is a 49ers fan.
49ers fans are getting a little cocky now.
They got Brock Purdy. Why wouldn't they be cocky?
You know what? And this is what I don't. Did I say this yesterday too, Mike? Did I get on 49er fans yesterday that still call Brock Purdy the third string quarterback? Oh yeah, that's our third string quarterback. That guy has a name, guys. He has a name, and he's actually winning games for you. If you're actually a true fan, learn the name.
That almost sounds like the Raiders fans who, with Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, said they had no weapons last year.
They didn't, because Waller didn't play that much.
But Renfrow had 1,000 yards. Renfrow had 1,000 yards receiving.
It's the same thing that the Chargers use when one of their wide receivers go down. Oh, we're out. We're not at full strength. We don't have no weapons right now.
We weren't at full strength, but
anyways,
we had Josh Palmer going for 120 yards.
OBJ's the Hall of Famer.
Like Josh Palmer still having 100-yard games. We just pretend like he doesn't exist.
Simply Dabs in the house. Miami missing the playoffs. Chargers, Jets both in.
I like that. I don't care.
Yeah, I was talking to Mike about this yesterday. I think there's another team that's actually going to miss the playoffs too that's in there, but we'll talk about that on our show this week.
I like that. The recap show. Oh, look at this next one. Do you guys think any differently of Derek after this?
Oh, Derek. This is a hard miss right here, bud. Don't put fruit on pizza.
I like pineapple on pizza, so
I'll say this. I've always been against pineapple on pizza since I was a little kid. I accidentally took a bite. Didn't see that there was pineapple in the cheese because my wife likes it. And it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Oh, my goodness.
And let me guess. He puts ranch on there, too?
Oh, hell yeah. Ranch is good, though. Ranch is good.
I can't talk to you guys. You guys are offending my Italian side right now.
Buffalo Wild Wings today. It worked last week. I'm just saying.
You like the pizza with the flop or no flop?
Did something happen here? Why are we talking about flop?
Pizza, flop or no flop?
I like no flop.
When you pick up the pizza, Tony,
I just love
that pizza, and it goes like this, and it's flat like this. You like it like this, or you like the one that goes like
no. There needs to be a little bit of firmness in there, otherwise it's not as good.
No, what he's talking about is more like that New York slice where it's just sloppy and you do have to fold it and eat it and you burn your mouth a little bit. It depends.
If I pick it up and all the cheese falls off, fuck that pizza.
That's yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
All right, Tony.
Johnny says Little Caesars is the best.
Chargers ran 24-20. Same with the Raiders. Same scoreboard. So 24-20 in both games. Tony said not the. Somebody saying not the Ravens. They're trying to pick out the team that you said is not going to make it. Mike, Ranch's ass.
Ranch is great. Just
Derek Papino hates Little Caesars. The official sponsor of the NFL, and Derek Papino hates them.
Derek Papino, you're not invited back ever again. I'm starting to think Johnny and Derek are the same person. I'm just saying.
Let me tell you something. Little Caesars is I've eaten a lot of Little Caesars because I'm a poor motherfucker, and that's the cheapest pizza or one of them. But it's also one of the worst pizzas in town.
You see, here's the thing. It's hard to mess up pizza. Even if you get a slice of pizza from Chuck E. Cheese, it's basically just sauce and cheese, and bread. Like, it's hard to mess up pizza. Are there elite pizzas? Sure. But it's hard to mess up pizza. So it's going to be fine. But to say that like Little Caesars or Domino's or whatever is the best, you got to try more pizzas.
I'll tell you what. I'll take Little Caesars over Domino's all day, every day.
Oh, my goodness. The thin crust from Domino's is where it's at.
But I hate Little Caesars.
Most of my adult life, I lived in a country where they don't make pizza, and they only had Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut.
Mike is
sponsor me, would you?
I can't.
Little Mike, Caesars is mid.
We're talking to a bunch of people who don't know how to cook and haven't gone out and eaten and like. This is Mike. I don't know what Mike's excuse is. He was in another country, had opportunities to eat food all over the world. Good food, authentic good food. His taste buds should be better than they are. And I talked to Mike. I'm like, what do you eat? And he's like, I'm eating Wingstop for the 9th day in a row. I'm like, Mike, what's wrong with you?
Well, I did eat a lot of foods while I was gone, but none of the foods that we eat here are available there. It's all like just a completely different palate in general. So I'm big on curry and ramen. You know what I mean? And sushi.
Michael says Panthers are going to make the playoffs, but then we have a bunch of Little Caesar stuff. Somebody said Chuck E. Cheese pizza is fire. Oh, that's what Michael said.
All right.
Do you see where they try to change the name of Chuck E. Cheese during COVID to when they were delivering it?
It's COVID cheese?
They changed the name of Chuck E. Cheese.
I thought they closed down all my Chuck E. Cheeses.
I didn't know.
Yeah, what were they calling it? On Grubhub, it doesn't come up as Chuck E. Cheese.
You get to go out to the car and like some stranger has like an arcade game in his trunk. And you just get to play it. They drop off the pizza.
Pascali's Pizza and Wings is what if you look it up on Grubhub, that's what they were calling it. Pascali, because that's the name of the Chuck E. the little rat.
Yeah, because they went from a little kid's arcade to just a pizza place, so they had to change the name.
Well, they were just trying to survive while they were being shut down and out of business.
How do we have so many pizza selections? Because we live in America, and we have fast food and everything on every corner. Because Simply Dab lives in the UK, and he says it's either Pizza Hut, Domino's, or Papa John's, or one
Papa John's.
So he's suffered a similar pain to me.
See, I don't know if you guys have it, but we have a place called Rusty's Pizza.
You got to go. Like, you live in the UK. You got to just hop on the train and head over to Italy, my friend. Just get the real thing. Get the one where they still crack the egg on the center of the pizza.
North Carolina is good, and then Robert's down for some Little Caesars
pizza. That's the thing.
Costco pizza is her favorite.
Rose ain't lying. Costco pizza is the shit.
Rose hit a home run with this one. Here's the secret to Costco pizza. Get it? And then throw it in the oven. Like once you get it home, throw it in the oven and crisp it up a little bit more than what it was. And then
dip it in ranch.
Now that Costco, like ever since
you ruin everything. COVID? Like Mike's like 5 years old. Mommy, can I have ketchup and ranch to eat all my food?
Hey, Rose is down. She knows. You know,
I'm telling on her since you guys are bagging on me. She puts the pineapples on there too. All right.
That's all right. As long as she has good taste and where to get the pizza from.
Yes. And what I'm saying is like she gets a cultural pass, right? Her people come from a land where it's like, oh, we'll just throw pineapple on. Oh, no, she didn't know. They didn't know better. They just were like, oh, everything belongs on pizza. Pineapples and whatever. No, it doesn't. So then she becomes a question. You should know better than that. You're Italian, Mike.
And how dare you call out Rose on here? She's a fantasy football god right now.
She actually was playing against who last night that went off?
And I'm sorry to say this. I thought Argentina won, but I guess they're playing a lot of extra minutes. It's 3-3.
Oh, wow. This is a great – see, now we know the World Cup is scripted too.
Yeah. They were talking about this last night at the party that they were saying the World Cup is scripted.
Yep. There it is.
Rose, if Darren Waller was on the screen with us right now, what would you say to him?
Dion.
You don't know who that is, do you? He's in your lineup.
Pizza's good. I have a buddy who owns pizza, so we're going to throw random pizza names out there. Zeppo's Pizza in Bakersfield. You ever go there? Come on down. Talk to Mondo, and he'll give you a great deal.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's call it.
Let's call it a day. Let's go. Let's go do this. I'm gonna go finish up watching the World Cup.
World Cup.
I'm gonna make you guys one of these days. I make a deep dish, fresh crust and everything, fresh sauce. It's fantastic.
We gotta get together for the playoffs or something. And do it.
You want to do the championship games? Are they gonna be on the same day?
Or should we do I don't know. We should have done a Super Bowl special all together, but
well, last year Mike went to a U2 concert or something in San Diego, so we couldn't get together for the Super Bowl. Didn't you?
It wasn't U2.
Was it?
I didn't go to a concert. It was just the people that I was with went to the concert. I stayed home and watched the Super Bowl.
Mike was traveling with the BTS Army that weekend. He was on a tour and he was out there. It's okay, Mike.
We had a concert.
We enjoy
Chinese food is the bomb. Soccer is the worst.
This year, everyone's abandoned me, guys, so I don't have any friends except for you two.
There you go, Mike. Here's the weather.
The other friends.
Well, if you can hobble your way over here, you're welcome.
I'm thinking about investing in one of those scooters. This shit don't get better soon.
Those scooters are kind of great. I'm always jealous of the person who cuts in front of me at line when I'm with my kids, and I'm like, "You're such a faker. That ain't real."
You can walk.
And just a reminder, we are all three going with the Carolina Panthers today.
Panthers. You want to play the video again?
Yes, I do.
It's in the other category. All right, let's call it because I got to go make sure my lineups are good and make sure Travis Etienne isn't in any of them, so that way I can be kicking myself all day. Anything else, Joe? Tony? Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck. The Los Angeles weather will be around 65 degrees at kickoff. Look at 2-mile-per-hour winds north by northwest with 35% humidity. Maximum gusts 3 miles per hour. That was instant replay with the weather report in Los Angeles.
And instant replay just said Dean Pease was carted off the field in the pregame warmups after a Saints player ran into him.
Oh, yikes. That's not good.
Nope. Go, Pack, go. Panthers on top. And I'll finish it with this, Mike. Hooray!
That was another nickel, Joe.